not to say.
Well, I moved it, so how's that? We'll do that. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Okay, I have, what time do y'all have? I got mine.
4:03.
4:03, meeting at 4:03. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our guests who are here. No one signed up for public participation as far as I know. This is our shack meeting number 2. We did post this a week ago, I think Friday, October 3rd. We posted it on the outside of the building and then online as well. So nobody has signed up. So we'll just jump right into it. We do have some guests here from the Serenity House. Am I saying that right? Serenity House?
Yeah, the Serenity Impact.
Serenity Impact,
Yes.
thank you. And they are going to do a presentation for a curriculum to use with small groups, guidance lessons at our elementary campuses for us to consider recommendation. So I'll turn it over to them.
Okay. Do I need to stand up?
You do whatever you want.
Either one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've already gotten to come and talk with the counselors on this, and so I'm gonna kind of shorten it just a little bit. Just for clarification, the Serenity House, we are a part of Serenity House, but they're our treatment and detox facility. So if you hear Serenity House, we're still part of them, but Serenity Impact is the prevention side, and that's what we do. Our campus is located in Weatherford, and we've been serving Parker County for about 12 years, and we've been going into schools, doing prevention education curriculum, and providing presentations throughout the community and all different kinds of things. So what I'm talking about today is positive action. Positive action, you mentioned it as a small group. It can be whatever it needs to be. This one actually can be a large group, more universal curriculum. So all of the students can receive this curriculum, but it can be based on whatever you guys want or need it to be. There are 6 units, and this is a K through 12 curriculum, and it's age appropriate. The 6 units are the same K through 12, okay? But they're age appropriate according to grade level. So it's all based on the philosophy of positive action, which is you feel good about yourself when you do positive actions, and there's a positive way to do everything. And it's all based off of the positive thought circle. So when you have a positive thought, that leads to a positive action, doing something. Like if you feel good about yourself, you may open the door for a friend or help them pick up their homework off of the ground. And then you feel good about yourself, so then you're gonna have good thoughts about yourself, and it just leads to more positive actions. And so it's really just based on a positive thought loop. We also talk about the negative thought loop, because we all know that we can get stuck in negative thought loop cycles, and we try to teach them how to flip out of that with a positive thought or a positive action. So all of this is based towards intrinsic motivation, behavior, how to process our emotions and things like that. It builds character development. Again, trying to decrease the negative thought cycles, giving them skills for life, just to build skills of greatness in them. The second unit moves into positive actions for a healthy mind and body, which, taking care of yourself, moving your body, exercising, eating the right food. And so I'll give you a second grade example. We talk about what are good fruits and vegetables to eat, what are healthy foods, what are foods maybe we should stay away from. Hygiene, taking care of your, washing your hands, washing yourselves, bathing, all those good kind of things. Getting sleep, not staying up playing video games all night. And then intellectual health, right? So problem solving, how to enjoy learning, the joy of learning, how to be curious about things, because that's good for learning as well. And then units 3 through 6 talk about social skills and how to process emotions. So self-management. I think this week with second grade in particular, they're talking about self-discipline and the importance of how you can kind of monitor yourself in certain situations. There's a jar of cookies on the table. Mama asked you not to mess with the jar of cookies, but nobody's home or nobody's in the room. Can I just sneak one, right? Being honest with yourself. Social skills like how to get along with others, treating people the way that you want to be treated. Being honest with yourself, right? What I just talked about. Not making excuses or blaming other people. Doing what you say that you're gonna do, and knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are. And then the last unit is goal setting, right? How to improve yourself continually. So long term, what can we do to set you up for success that way? And so those are the basic 6 units for positive action. A lot of the counselors have told us that, because we know that schools have guidance lessons that counselors are already doing, these align with those. And so sometimes we're just coming in and alleviating some of what the counselors having to do, one less thing that they have to do, and just kind of support them, even if they want to, maybe not completely removing what they're doing, but a second voice coming in and supporting that. These are also aligned with all of the TEKs. I don't have those with me, but I can send those as well, where those align with the TEKs. And you know, we've been with Weatherford ISD since we started in the elementary schools, and they keep having us back. The teachers love it, the kids love it. We're always looking for ways to engage parents more, but we just have a lot of good feedback with that program. So, is there any more? Do you have any questions about anything?
What are the TEKs?
TEKs are Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. That's what students are required to learn for each grade.
So the vision for this really is that the guidance curriculum that you guys have already reviewed and that has gone to our district improvement committee would still be the core curriculum for what we use in classrooms with our counselors. This is just an additional resource. So just like teachers have an adopted textbook for their classroom, they might have additional resources that they can pull lessons and activities from. This would be an additional resource for our counselors to use, depending upon what the needs of the kids are. So we'd stay with our adopted curriculum and use this as an additional guide on the side.
When do they do this in class? It's been a while since I've had a little one. So do y'all, like, when do the counselors go into classes and?
So I personally go in during their library time.
Oh.
So it's not taking away from instructional time. If we did this program, it would be during their special time, during like music and STEM, so that it's also not taking away from instructional time. And then it's also an opt-in, so they would have somewhere to go if the parent did not want them to participate in this part.
Senate Bill 12 changed the way some of the counseling and health services are provided to students. So our counselors can see students for daily check-ins, routine guidance activities, because this would be set regular meetings with students. Parents would have to opt into this as a service for their kids. So they would be able to review the curriculum and ask questions directly before their student received these activities.
And we have, just for clarification on that, every school district is doing something different with SB 12. As crazy as it sounds, like everybody's doing something different along with our services. So we have one school that they're doing them all as opt-in. So every student has, in addition to whatever counseling services their school is requiring, they also wanted this to be an opt-in program alongside of that. We have another school district that said, we have a list of students that have already opted in. We're just gonna go ahead and send the information with those students, and then all the parents have to do is opt their child out because they're already opted into the counseling services. Every school district is different.
Everybody interpreted it differently.
Yes, and they get different guidance as well. And we do know that TEA is working on some more guidance as far as this goes, because they know a lot of the stuff, it's been a challenge. And so we're looking forward to whatever that brings, but we will do whatever the school district asks and requires. That's not a problem at all.
What would be our plan, like at RB, how we implement it in?
Like the opting in.
Okay.
I would have probably something online for them to fill out, and then I would also send home paper copies, so I would have both sides.
The law requires a parent signature on file for opt-in, so it can come from the parent's email address that's attached to the student's Skyward account in Skyward. So the parent could email saying, yes, my kid can receive these guidance lessons, or they can send in a written letter that we can keep on file.
How will you send the curriculum? How will the curriculum be sent home to parents that are interested in doing this?
I can provide it either in paper form, which is what we normally do. There's a parent letter that talks about us and who we are. There is she has a copy of it. So a parent letter, we also send the objectives home for every single lesson that we do. And by the way, there's only 9 lessons. So, and we're only in there once a week for 30 minutes. So they're only missing 30 minutes once a week of time. for this. But we also can give you the digital version of this, and it can go home in Skyward or.
We have a plan though, right, to get it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
What other
We use
questions?
Parents Square for both the distribution and,
Collection.
electronic signature.
What questions does the committee have?
Well, it'd be kinda like Parent Square, the signature thing, cause I know we just got one recently for the fentanyl, I think, that went out, I've noticed that, and I was like, I saw the notification, and that's the first time I had actually went in there and signed over through Parent Square, so I guess it'd be something similar they could do.
Exactly.
Oh, cool, okay.
So this is all in line with Senate Bill 12, so I'm gonna ask, and we're not promoting social transitioning as the Senate Bill 12, so that's very clear that none of that is in this curriculum, correct?
No, we don't
Okay.
talk about anything like that. We don't talk about suicide. Age appropriate, we don't do that.
Okay.
And there's no, we don't speak on gender, we don't speak on any of that. I will say that the only thing that may sound like it is when we talk about self-concept, but we also talk about how you think and feel about yourself, which is self-esteem.
Okay.
It's just how important it is to have good self-esteem.
So, yeah. And if a parent, they can see a copy of the curriculum, but only if if they look at it and say, no, I don't want that, but we're still gonna provide a copy whether they say yes or no, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Plan is to start this at RV and then see how it goes and then roll it out to our other campuses.
I'm just curious, does the state require opt-in or we've decided on opt-in as a district?
So the state it has been really confusing. At first, it was everybody had to opt in if they wanted counseling services. I think you probably saw some of the news articles that came out about students not being serviced in health or counseling related situations. The state came out and clarified and said that you can actually not require students to opt in. The students are entitled to the services. If a parent wants to opt out, they have that right. So the law now says that you are required to notify parents of the services you provide in health related fields and in counseling, and provide the parent the method for opting out of any of those services. And then there are some specific things, like if our counselor needs to do a suicide screener, that is a diagnostic tool, and that does require parent opting in before we can administer that to the student. So there's like a general guidelines for general counseling services that we can provide, general health services we can provide. There are some things specifically that we have to still get a parent to opt in to administer to a student.
And we're doing this as an extra step, right, just so that parents are informed, and we feel like Dr. Nixon and I talked about, like, that's the appropriate thing to do, because it's extra, and we want to be able to provide that copy of that curriculum. And what other districts are y'all in besides Weatherford?
So, Brock ISD, Springtown ISD, we have done this in Azle ISD and Aledo ISD. It's been several years, but we've been in both of those before. Am I missing one?
No, not district. I mean,
With
serve-
positive action, yes.
Okay.
We have other curriculums that we have in a couple of other districts, but positive action is in those districts.
Any other questions? Thank y'all for your presentation, I appreciate it. So I would entertain a motion to recommend the curriculum for all Godley ISD elementary campuses from here on out, right?
I moved.
A motion, a second. A second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None, all right. So, good luck, I hope it goes well, and appreciate y'all coming out. You're welcome to stay, we're gonna go through the rest of the meeting. You're welcome to stay. I'm sure it'll be highly entertaining.
Good seeing you, Brian.
I figured so. I figured so. Thank y'all, and if you need any help with this, let us know. We'll thank you. Thank y'all. Alright, thank y'all. That was, well, Dr. Nixon, I just thought was the right thing to do, you know, like, get y'all to read, hear a presentation and what the plan is and how the curriculum can be,
Perfect, I will.
shared with everybody, so we just thought it was good.
I do too.
It is,
Don't get everybody
it
doing
is,
anything. It's a bummer.
it is so, the fentanyl.
My one was like, I was like, if I wouldn't have been paying attention, cause I miss notification on Parent Square all
Promise
the
you I
time.
missed it because I'm trying to keep up with FFA and what's going
Yeah.
on with
It's tough.
volleyball.
And see, fentanyl by law is an opt-in, you have to opt
Yeah,
into
that's
it.
good.
So that, and it was specifically, the fentanyl was also specifically the board had to approve it, so y'all recommended it last year.
Yeah, that was the
board
one we
had to
talked,
approve it.
yeah.
This one, Dr. Nixon and I felt like there was really nothing that said the board had to approve it, but we did feel like it was appropriate for y'all to at least hear the presentation, recommend, and, so I think it'll be a good thing, and they'll use it for, I think they're gonna try to start out with the small groups and then try to get it growing, so. Anything to help us support our counselors, so we're good with it. Okay, move to the third item on the agenda. Did y'all, I'm sure you read the bylaws up front and backwards and forwards. So I don't see anything we needed to change or anything.
They didn't change from last year.
They did not,
Okay.
no. Anything? Okay. Motion to recommend the shack bylaws. Motion. A second? A second? All in favor? Anybody opposed? Alright. So now we'll review joint use agreements or strategies for collaboration between the school district and community organization agencies. So what I did, I just tried to list, I didn't put that on y'all's, but I tried to list everything that we do. Ms. Fisk is here as well to help me if I forget, if we have something with the mental health aspect, and Katie's here for health, physical health. So we use the following agencies: Pecan Valley Behavioral Health. We use Johnson County Sheriff's Office. We have the Greater Dallas Fort Worth Regional Law Enforcement, and that is mutual. It's a mutual aid agreement, and what that is that if there is a situation here, surrounding agencies can come give aid to us, and there's no liability. So the responding, officer comes, he has a car wreck and he's injured, Godley ISD is not liable for their injuries, so their agency has to take care of it. So, and it also says any resources that we do use, and that we have to replenish those back, and vice versa. So Godley ISD PD could respond to Joshua or anything like that. So that's the Greater Dallas Fort Worth Regional Law Enforcement, and that's we can have the Fort Worth SWAT team come out here. We can have Fort Worth PD. So it's a big, huge group, and we're a part of them. We sign up for that every year. We use the Child Advocacy Center, and that's in Cleburne. We do have reunification locations. If we have to reunify, we have various locations around the area. We use Cook's Children Telemedicine and Passport Health for vaccine clinics. Am I missing any agencies that we use for strategies for collaboration between school district and community agencies or organizations that relates to health? I want to talk for a sec about how you're planning on using Pecan Valley. You had talked about like the mobile unit and some stuff like that.
Yeah, I need to get in touch with them, but I know they do have a mobile crisis outreach team. And so I know some other districts use that if they have a student in crisis and need, some attention right away, and maybe, I don't know all the circumstances, so that's what I need to reach out to them and find out, how does that work? I would imagine you still have to have parent permission and all that kind of thing. Fortunately it's not something I think we need a lot, but, one of our elementary counselors said that when she was at Cleburne that they would use the MCOT, and the mobile crisis team would come out and help with students if they were in a mental health crisis. So I just need to reach out and find out, do we need an MOU? Is it just a service they provide? How does it, more details about how it works.
And who do they bill for it? Do they bill, like if the parent doesn't have insurance?
Yeah.
Can y'all think of any other agencies that we're not utilizing that we should be, that we need to look into to further our services?
I do know, cause I'm got my LPC associate, and so I have required supervision, which is great. And a lot of the other ladies in my group are school counselors, and my supervisor was a school counselor. They were talking about like at Crowley ISD, they have a MOU with a counseling service, and where counselors will come to their school and provide just regular counseling, not crisis counseling, but, so if parents want their child in counseling and don't want to miss school, they can set up appointments right there, on their campus. So, like the one Crowley uses is called Invicta, but apparently there's other agencies out there like that will do something like that if we, and I think for Crowley, like it depended on the high school, of course, had the most need, so they would send however many, we'll send these 2 counselors, will be y'all's counselors, and then, some of the other schools might get 1, or that they were having a harder time with the elementaries because they didn't need it as much, but as a service, but, I don't know if that's something that we might be interested in as a district, having some kind of agreement with like just another thing that we could offer parents. Hey, I know want your child in some counseling for right now, and, instead of having them to have to miss more school to get picked up and taken and all that, or.
Yeah, scheduling's really hard with any of the mental health stuff going on. You can't get in anywhere, the time, it's.
Yeah, and we have, I know that, I haven't seen it at the high school yet, but I know at the middle school, occasionally we'd have people that had, virtual appointments, and we'd put them in a room and get them a Chromebook and let them have their virtual appointment. And so, yeah, they miss that time, but they're not missing all the time you have to do to check them out and drive them there and all that, so.
And they pay for Brahms and.
So.
Exactly, where are we gonna eat? I'm like, what?
Or some, so kids will be like, yeah, can I miss the whole day? Because
Yeah.
I have appointments,
Is that something y'all wanna us to look into?
I think it's good.
Can you look into that and then maybe bring a report, maybe
Okay.
at our next meeting to say, hey, this is in our best interest, or yeah, this is great and we can do it. I mean,
Okay,
and reach out if you need help with that. And
Okay.
I think it would be, that sounds like a good thing.
And with insurance stuff, going just on that, like, mental health benefits are like non-existent. So finding a company that is affordable, for those telehealth services would be so important, because it's non-existent anymore.
Well, sad. All right, thank you. Yeah, that's something, do you mind? Reaching
No, I
out
don't
and
mind.
see and
I don't
like
mind.
chase that rabbit.
Okay.
Speaking of agencies, I did, I think I reached out to y'all, but I did try to get, health organizations represented, and it was too close,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Or that, I was shocked Tarrant County said we're not in there.
nope, they said absolutely not, so.
There's plenty of kids that go there, and
I
they come
know.
here too. They go
But they
to
have
Bill.
another one in the spring, right? There's another career fair, college fair,
Career fair,
okay, in the spring, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Yes.
so I will,
And Hill College already comes, so. I wonder if Weatherford would say the same thing, not in our district, if they only, cause there's more clinical stuff at Tarrant County.
There's more, there's a lot.
and I
it's
begged
better.
Tarrant County, I begged them, but she was like, nope, not in our
That's
district. I went,
crazy.
It must not be hurting for
I
sure.
know, I was like, I was disappointed, but I
Tarrant
did
County
reach out.
College?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I reached
We're
out to
Johnson
them.
County again. I mean, in hindsight, I was like, oh, I guess that's
Yeah.
our name,
Yeah.
Tarrant County, but still.
I reached it, so think of some other names, send them to me, just message them to me, we will do it again. And my goal is to try to get representation at the career fair in the spring for, health. So but I promise, I reached out, but I think it was too tight of a deadline, I didn't realize it was coming up so fast, but made some contacts, I can reach out again, and
Do you know when it is in the next one?
I have no idea.
I'm
Any
always
idea?
asking kids, have you thought about being an X-ray tech? The sign-on bonuses are huge.
Yeah.
They're
Those are
needed.
good gigs.
You know when it is, Wendy, any idea when the career fair is?
No, I know, Miss Leatherman does all that.
I can message it to y'all, try to find out, message it to y'all, so we'll know and have a better idea, and then start.
A couple months before graduation.
Yeah, I'm thinking March, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that
could be.
sounds-
But I will do my best to get,
Yeah, I can't.
cause I know that's a goal, and, y'all want that, and I do too, we want that, and some kiddo signs as an X-ray tech, gets a nice bonus, and, we help the kids, so.
And the military guys are pushing the medical field. My daughter's like, hey mom, they said if I go to the Navy, like I don't really have to do anything. anything, but I can do all my training and then they'll pay for all my stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't think, I mean, great, okay, yes, I don't think you're not gonna do anything, like, that's how it works.
Sit back and do nothing.
I don't know, can I speak as a parent, am I allowed
Of
to?
course, the committee seats, yeah, seats.
My son's currently at Tarrant County College at the downtown campus getting his physical therapy assistant certification, so, so I have a
Also a bunch of great jobs.
which is great. Unfortunately, he went to UNT first and got his bachelor's in kinesiology and then found out about this program. I'm like, kids need to know, but he will get, apparently he'll get paid more as a PTA having a bachelor's versus not having a bachelor's, so it won't be for nothing, but, it would have been nice to know about the program.
Well, then when he wants to be a PT someday, he's all ready to go.
Yes, yes. I mean, and that really was his goal. It's really hard to get into, and it was like, oh, well, PTA, okay. And it's still, they apply, and they only took, there's 30 students in his cohort, and it's 2 years straight, and he'll graduate in May, so.
Yeah, see, all those programs. I wonder if they would give us materials even if they wouldn't come. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we represent you with materials on a table?
Okay, no, I didn't ask that question.
Because then maybe we could find some parent volunteers who work in industry. I mean, we can't advise them on education, but we can say things like,
you can go here and get this.
yeah, I mean,
It's
we're
a lot cheaper.
hiring, you know, we have a lot of.
Just around this table is great expertise, and, I love it.
It'd be cool.
No, I didn't even ask that.
I'd stand there and say, look at all these options. I mean, I wouldn't be able to speak to it, but.
Yeah, just email it to me, we'll even print it for you. Okay, no, that's a good idea, wow.
They probably give us like brochures and stuff
I would
like that,
hope.
I'm sure.
I will, those are questions I didn't think about even, that didn't even cross my mind, so that's a great idea, so that's a second. We want somebody here, but that's a second, but I did.
And my son's gonna be doing his clinical rotations. He starts pretty soon, maybe he'll get some contact. He's gonna be at Hughley. This is his first clinical rotation, so I don't know.
He'd be a great spokesperson.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I always try and involve him. Don't you wanna come back?
You don't inspire one person, you just
Right.
inspire one
Reach out
person.
to my, I don't know what you consider her, I'm faculty at UTA, so, I don't know that they would, but I could ask.
Please, I mean, at a minimum,
I know several of our seniors who are looking at UTA's nursing.
I felt like they were at this one, UTA was there, cause I think my kid brought home something. She brought home a whole stack, she brought home Texas and stuff.
well, I'll find out the date for the spring one, and then I'll at least ask for materials.
Yeah.
That's a minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between Weatherford and, Tarrant County, those two have got some good associate programs.
Well, no, those are great, those are great ideas, and I chased them. I begged and pleaded, what do I need to do, and they just shot me down. They did. Alright, number 5, review strategies to increase parental awareness regarding risky behaviors and early warning signs of suicide risk and behavioral health concerns, including mental health disorders and substance use disorders. So we have those parent connection video series on Godley ISD's website and YouTube. So Ms. Evans did those, and we will be sending those out as we continue to roll on. Jeff does a good job of sending out parent square information that we send out for, like he'll be sending some this month for fentanyl awareness, and then there's Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's like a bullying awareness month, and then we send out some information from Texas School Safety Center. We also sent out from Texas School Safety Center about making threats as a joke online, so we not only sent that out on Parent Square, we showed that to every 6th through 12th grade, no, 4th through 12th grade student. And the teachers had discussions with them, and so once we get these things, we try to push those out. The hard part is finding them. There's not a lot of programs out there, but yes, we.
Another thing, with our Hope Squad, it's sponsored by the Jordan Elizabeth Harris Foundation, and they put on community events, kind of educational events. They call them table talks, and they'll do some stuff like taco about QPR, and so you get free tacos and get to hear about suicide warning signs and things like that. So when they send me stuff, I pass it on to Jeff to, you know, like maybe we could do a parent square or put it somewhere on our, you know, a Facebook post or something, just so it's still something parents have to sign up for and go, but it's, you know, just so we can get information out, about it. We haven't had one in Godley yet, that would be nice, but at least, I think the last one was maybe in Cleburne, but, so.
So is there anything different we could be doing, more of, less of, that we could be doing regarding, you know, sending out this information so that parents can be informed about, you know, risky behaviors and suicide behaviors and, health concerns?
Do you have a strategy of when you send that stuff out, Jeff, like what days? I was trying to figure that out when I was looking, I'm like, I imagine you might, because I was,
It depends on how
for the
far,
ones that get it inundated, I'm like, is there?
it depends on how far advanced I get it and how soon it needs to go out. So, but yeah, I do, if it's really, really important,
I wonder what the best days for parents to not be
It's
getting.
bad though.
a
Do you
bunch
have
of
like a
stuff.
secondary, like follow-up, the once you send out the original notification, so like the fentanyl program, that was the sign, you had to sign. If I was to brush it off, like off my notifications, does it come back again?
Yeah, I have to manually go in and send an update only to those who haven't responded.
Oh, okay, yeah, cause
So
sometimes
if
I
you
just
responded, then
clear
you're
things
not
out.
gonna get the follow-up message.
Okay,
That's just for the permission forms, but
Right.
for other things, it's a calendared item, I can set it to where it has an automatic, reminder, like a day
Reminder,
before
yeah.
or 2 days before, or something like that.
that's the only complaint I have with Parent Square is I miss a lot of notifications
I
somehow, I don't know,
Have you signed up for the digest version?
what's that?
So, there's 2 options, and you can go into your profile and decide if you want instant notifications or digest notifications.
Oh, I don't know, so the digest is the best one, that's the
The
one I
digest
want.
will give you everything
Everything.
at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
And so
Okay.
it'll just summarize everything, unless of course it was something time sensitive and someone said,
It'll go out
we're gonna go
immediately.
send it out immediately.
Oh, okay,
Like an alert, like we sent out something today about, somebody said, your
And did
flag
that
was.
clear out, did that disappear after y'all posted it? Cause when I went to log in, I saw it come up, and when I clicked on it to go see it in Parent Square, it wasn't there anymore, but I saw
They
it
may have removed
on
it.
something else, on
So,
like Facebook or something, I think.
But anyway, an alert like that goes out instantly.
Yeah.
But for run-of-the-mill posts from teachers and campuses and stuff like that, you can set your preferences to digest.
Okay, I'll see, I'll check on that too, like look at this stuff.
Very good.
Desensitized.
Yeah, that too, just swipe, clear,
I don't
clear.
even see it half the time. Like, I know it comes, but it's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm working and so I don't go back,
And anytime that you miss the notification, if you're still on instant, anytime you just log in into the app or the website, all those posts are right there. So you don't really necessarily have to react to every notification, but I would certainly recommend the digest version, because that summarizes everything at 6 o'clock, and you can look at everything from a campus right then.
And these are not, like, this isn't a closed conversation. If y'all come across something that, you think, man, we can do it, please let me know. Send it to me on Parent Square, bring it up at the next meeting. If you see a program out there that you think would help and benefit, whether it be, mental health, physical health, anything, bring it, please. Just like we talked about the materials, that's a great idea. It's just stuff like that, there's just a constant conversation. So as experts in your field, please do that. So on the back, the available community programs and services that we have. Right now we have our counseling website. It has some listed resources on there on the district website. And then we have the Pecan Valley mental health resources that Wendy talked about earlier. So parents can, look at the counseling website and see some listed resources. And then obviously, we do the Pecan Valley. And then if a parent needs something for mental health, reach out to the campus counselor. Our counselors are well equipped to take care of the kids and make sure that we're doing the right way with consent and all that good stuff. So, any questions about that? Again, if y'all see something, let us know, let me know, I will get you in touch with the right person. Please do that. So, okay, so that was meeting number 2, so we got meeting number 3. y'all wanna try to squeeze it in before the holidays, or let the holidays go and do it in January? What's gonna be your best bet? And thank you all for being here, I appreciate it. We do have a quorum, if I didn't mention it, so we do have a quorum.
Maybe January.
Still going.
This other stuff comes
Y'all want me to, y'all wanna look at January? I don't have my calendar in front of me, so, okay. What do y'all think about a day in January?
I'll work.
You'll pick a day? Y'all wanna go ahead and schedule it? You have the calendar? Sorry, mine's on my phone. We couldn't have said that 25 years ago. You had to pull out the paper calendar. They used to make calendars on paper.
When do we go? We come back? Yes.
They used to
In the
make
1900s.
calendars and you had to
I
write them.
still use a big
Oh,
calendar at
I
home.
didn't know if you knew that.
Otherwise I can't control
What day do we come back?
Probably this week, like the week of the 5th. Do you know, Andy? Probably the week of the 5th, huh?
I can tell you.
So like the 14th, 21st. We off Wednesdays?
Yeah,
You guys think?
Wednesdays seem to work. Y'all seem to like, which is good.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are great.
14th, 21st, or 28th.
Everybody good on January 14th?
It's that week. First week, probably back to school.
Looks like I show that the break ends on January the 8th.
Yeah, so we'll come back that week, I'm sure, and then the students come back
Yeah.
that week.
So 14th, is everybody, any objections, major objections?
No, okay.
14th, 4 o'clock?
Sound great?
I will put that on, and we'll just do that and let the holidays roll. I know, right? Everybody good? Everybody good if we just adjourn?
Yeah.
Everybody agrees, right?
Bye, she says.
Bye, y'all. Bye, Katie.
Bye, see you later.
See ya. We adjourned at, what time is it?
It is.
4:39, adjourned at 4:39.